We got some news from Clemson, South Carolina, where Dabo Swinney has fired Wes Goodwin. This comes at a time where he had two coordinators leaving with Tony Elliott and Brent Venables, and he had hired and promoted within. He has now since then, just 3 years ago, has fired both of them. So he has really turned over a new leaf. He has really been evolving. He has now looked elsewhere outside of his organization to hire at the coordinator level. He got Garrett Riley, who was the hottest coordinator on the market 2 years ago. And it took a little bit for their offense to get going, but last year they had a resurgence and their offense was humming. And now they're looking to do the same thing on the defensive side of the ball. They're looking to hire outside. So it looks like Dabo is really starting to evolve. And on top of that, he's using the transfer portal, which we'll get into later in the video. But it comes at a pretty interesting time because I think Clemson is in a really good spot as into 2025. And I think this is a really attractive job, maybe more attractive than maybe some think. They had a defense last year that was 69th overall in total defense. They were 85th in rush defense. They were way too talented in a really, not that great league to have those kind of defensive stats. And their talent on their team is definitely skewed more defensively when you look at blue chip ratio and the 4 and 5 stars that are coming in. That's been their bread and butter is defense. And then it's taken a step back to now their offense. So there is a lot of talent on this defensive side of the ball for Clemson, and I think it makes it to be pretty attractive. You got a lot of young talent returning on defense. You got Peter Woods, who's coming back. You got T.J. Parker coming back. Wade Woodaz, Avion Terrell, Ashton Hampton. These are a lot of guys who have already been proven that can be successful and be really strong pieces on your defense. Those guys are staying. You also have guys who have shown spurts and, were highly rated recruits. And you have Steph Green and Khalil Barnes. You have Kobe McLeod, Shelton Lewis. These are guys that are ripe to be developed. You're also bringing in transfer will help. That may help with the edge. Maybe bring Peter Woods back to the interior defensive line. So I think there's a lot to like about this Clemson team, in particular their defense as we head into 2025. I've seen some big names being thrown around here, like Jim Leonard, Tim Bakes, Tyler Santucci. If they can get any of those three guys, I think Clemson fans would be pretty ecstatic. But there are some big names being floated around out there. I'll be very interested to see where they go from there. But I do think that this is a sign of Dabo evolving with the sport. And he has been the last of a dying breed. Follow BigBodyBallCFB on all socials.